Okay, what we have here is Adrien Broner versus Carlos Molina. Now, before I begin, I think he's quite happy he didn't face John Molina, because John Molina was the guy that gave Lucas Matisse all he could want, dropping him twice. The second knockdown being questionable, but the first one was genuine. I don't think that John Molina would have speared Adrien Broner, and if Marcos Maidana was bullying him around the ring, God forbid what John Molina would have done. But he's lucky, he's not fighting John Molina. He's moved down from welterweight down to light welterweight against Carlos Molina. Now, Carlos Molina, if you remember, was the guy that fought Amir Khan on his comeback after being knocked out by Danny Garcia. Carlos Molina, from what I understand, isn't a puncher as such. He's a lightweight and moved up to light welterweight, but he's a small light welterweight. And Adrien Broner is on the bigger side of light welter. And let's get this quite straight here. If Adrien Broner cannot beat Carlos Molina, he has no business being boxing at the highest level. And I would go as far as to say he doesn't even deserve to be on Mayweather's undercard. AB, the whole reason why Floyd Mayweather's fighting Maidana is about bullying. AB, get it? About bullying. Yeah, so Big Brother stepping in to sort the problem out. So now, somehow Adrien Broner now has got a beard. AB, about beard. And I don't know why he's grown that beard. I don't know if he is a bit concerned because he got his chin checked in his last fight and he's a bit cautious. But he took his licks pretty well. To be fair, Adrien Broner took his licks well. I expect Adrien Broner to bully Carlos Molina. I really bully him, just walk right through him. I really do. A light welterweight. And if he doesn't, there's a concern because you know, Carlos Molina, I know Khan couldn't get rid of him, but you know, I think Broner kind of plants his feet and lets his shots go with a bit more venom. I expect it to be an exciting fight, a lot of back and forth, but I expect really Broner's physical strength to tell in this fight, him to come back with a bang. Again, if he does what he did against Maidana, just stand there and look at him and throw 1 and 2 shots, then there's a possibility Carlos Molina can outwork Broner. But I don't see that happening. I see Broner putting on a good performance and stopping Molina 7-8 rounds in this fight. If Broner's learnt from his mistakes, if he fights at a higher work rate, if he fights and he's been in the gym, he's telling us, and he's been training, he's not been on social media, so I expect to see a good performance from Adrien Broner. Although there are still question marks about what Adrien Broner fights like when he's backed up and pressure's put on him. I expect Carlos Molina to come flying out of traps and try and put as much pressure as possible on Broner, but I expect to see him getting countered. In fact, I expect to see Carlos Molina getting hit in the way I expected Marcos Maidana to get hit by Broner. I think Broner is a good fighter. Defense is questionable, and footwork is questionable, and work rate is questionable. Heart and chin, those things are not questionable. He's shown that he can take a shot and come back in a fight. So, and it doesn't seem like a loss seems to have humbled him either. So, I guess he didn't get knocked out. So, you know, all those jokes about him, and he doesn't seem to have done his confidence any harm. Well, so he says. We'll see what happens when he gets in the ring. So that's my prediction. I expect Adrien Broner to come back looking quite spectacular, and if it doesn't, I think it's time that Golden Boy had a serious think about the career of Adrien Broner. Let me know what you think. I'm out.